The European Union had fielded an electoral observation mission to Guyana to observe the March 2nd polls, but the team eventually left due to several concerns, including the threat of COVID-19. With the EU observation mission no longer here, the EU delegation in Guyana has a small team of expats led by Ambassador Fernando Ponce-Canto observing the recount process. Since the recount began, the APNU-AFC has been making claims about dead and migrated persons having voted on elections day. During an exclusive interview with this newscast, the EU ambassador acknowledged that he is aware of those claims, but he pointed out that the systems on elections day were rigid, making it impossible to cheat.
It was quite impressive because when you were in one of those voting stations, you could see the agents from the different parties, you could see the presiding officers, you could see the members of the voting committee tables, and they were all extremely conscientious. One person came to vote, he or she has to identify himself, but then also he had to be seen on the list, and there were pictures, which in my country we never had pictures, so I was quite positively impressed, and everybody could see everything. And at the end of the vote, he had to dip his finger on ink, which in my country we never did. So, I mean, it was safeguard after safeguard after safeguard. It was impossible to cheat. I am not a professional observer, so if it was only my judgment, that would be it. But what is really important is that this was the unanimous judgment of all the observation missions, including the European Union observation mission. And those guys are professionals. They know when things are going right or not.
In fact, he explained that the only major flaw observed by the EU and other electoral observers was the tabulation process for Region 4, which was being led by returning officer Clermont Mingo.
We said it very clearly. This tabulation process for Region 4 was not credible. It was not reflecting the will of the people. It had clearly followed a process which was not the right process. I saw it personally. I was there. I was in the tabulation center. But again, it doesn't really matter that I saw it personally. What really matters is that all our observer missions saw it. So this goes back to what I just told you before. It is a mistake to underestimate the intelligence of people and of the people of Guyana as well, because I'm tempted to say that we all know what happened, but I don't want to focus I really don't want to focus on pointing fingers or saying who did what and why.
Similar sentiments were already expressed by Ambassador Noel Lynch, who is the chair of the group of CARICOM ambassadors to the Organization of American States. Ambassador Lynch had pointed out, and I quote, "Irregularities occurred not in the system by which the Guyanese electorate cast their votes on March 2nd, but in the presentation of the count afterwards." End quote. Reporting for the Evening News, Davina Samaru.